What's up, y'all? My name's Bill, and this is how I do it. Today, I'm coming back at you with another episode of TNT. If you don't know, it's Tiny Engine Tuesday, and today I'm working on a Bolens model number Bl250 weed trimmer. A customer brought this weed trimmer in today. He did something on there that I don't particularly like as a repairman. He has already worked on it. And you know how that goes. I seen a sign one day that said it was charging per rate per hour. It said $100 an hour regular, $200 an hour if you watch me work on it, and $300 an hour if you already worked on it. So that's it's funny, but it's actually a little bit of truth in it. So I don't know exactly. Fortunately, I know the guy, so I know exactly what he's already done to it and what he hasn't done to it. So today, we brought it in. What it does, you see, it doesn't have an air filter on it. Over here, it doesn't have an air filter on it. I think he said he got this. The neighbor, one of his neighbors, was throwing it out, and he got it before the trash pickup came. So what he did was he put on a new carburetor. He changed some of the lines out. He didn't change out the primer bulb, and he said he did some adjustments on the carburetor here, and he can't get it to consistently run. And I verified it did what he said what it did. It'll crank up, long as you holding the gas, holding the throttle, it'll stay running. But as soon as you release it, it dies. So I'm gonna see if I can put a little diagnostic on it and see what's going on. I verified all the routing was right on the gas lines for the carburetor to the primer bulb to the fuel tank. All that looks good. No, we got spark because it's running. So here we go. All right, now I'm just gonna verify that it does crank. I got it choked. So now I open it up. So that, as soon as I release it, it dies. So, and I tried to adjust the carburetor. Carburetor adjusted, normally, but it still doesn't, it won't idle. So I see the idler screw over here. I don't think I've messed with it yet. Let's see if I can mess with it and make it. Oh, this thing already pushed into the max. Somebody already thought that was going to do the trick. That didn't do the trick. I've had this for a while. I went ahead and bought another carburetor just in case. I know sometimes, man, you buy one of those carburetors from Amazon. Sometimes they work. Sometimes they don't work, For the most part, man, I've had okay luck with them, but sometimes they don't work. I don't think these screws are supposed to be on here anyway. That was gonna look right. It's gonna be a little gas squirt out of here, I believe. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a little bit. Well, that's the old carburetor. Comparing the two, it's the same exact carburetor from Amazon. Same exact model number and everything, so. I don't have the highest hopes for this fix. I was hoping to get lucky, to be honest. But sometimes it happens. Ah, damn. Got to put the gasket on here. Interesting. Interesting. Ah, I think I might have figured out what happened. Okay. If you look on this gasket right here, whoever put this back on, they covered up this port right here. If you look, this is the old gasket with the old carburetor. But if you look, there's two gaskets coming in the kit. One of them is made specifically to allow that port to be open right there. So that could possibly be our issue. But I'm going to go ahead and put our screws on here. Now I think these screws right here are rigged up. I don't think those are the screws that come with this unit, but that's what's on here, so I'm gonna put them on here. And this is supposed to have a gasket as well. That one, I'm gonna use this gasket since it came with it. And you see that one has a port right there as well. It's supposed to be open, so I'm gonna just use that. I'm just gonna use that gasket for that where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna put this gasket back on here and make sure I got that port open. It's open. So I'm just gonna screw these back on here real quick. Bam. There we go. All right, there it goes. Back installed. I don't have an air filter housing, so I'm gonna run it a little while without it just to make sure everything's working right. And crank it up and see if that covered port was our issue. I got it fully choked. So let's see. All right, so let's open it up. That was our issue. That was our issue. Yep, apparently that was our issue because it definitely wasn't doing that before. So let's crank this thing back up. Let it warm up some. All right, you see we got this carburetor tuned up. Sounds real good, doing a lot better than it was doing before. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna do a little bit of a field test, cut a few things around here, not much. Man, I'm just getting over some allergy stuff, so we're gonna cut it around here a little bit, just see what it do, then we're done, it's a wrap. Okay, I got the Bolens Bl250 weed trimmer all finished up. Like I said in the first beginning of the video, it didn't have an air filter. So what I did, I used one of my old Ryobi weed whackers and took the housing off of it, and I got it positioned on here. This thing's kind of hot. Here it is. I went ahead and put an air filter on it and everything, got it going. Snap that back on here. Boom, boom. I also used that same Ryobi weed trimmer and put a handle on here. That way the customer can actually use this thing. Man, this little Bolens is pretty powerful, man. It surprised me. Cut down some big weeds down there. So with that being said, my name's Bill, and this is how I do it. I'm out.
Please like, share, and subscribe. This is how I do it, fam.